Before Groot was the gentle giant fans know and love today, he was a monster. Literally, 125-foot tall, rampaging alien monster. He stayed that way for 45 years too, until a sudden and unexpected turn transformed him into a hero and paved the way for his membership in the Guardians of the Galaxy. But during his 5 decades as a villain, Groot caused quite a few problems. And honestly, that didn't really stop when he became a good guy. As one of Marvel's monsters, Groot terrified countless humans. As a hero, he's always in danger of returning to his villainous roots. Here are just a few ways Groot has terrorized the Marvel Universe. Overlord of Timber. It's hard to believe, but back in the early days of Marvel Comics, Groot was there right from the beginning, even before the Fantastic Four and the Incredible Hulk burst onto the scene. In 1960's Tales to Astonish number 13, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby published a story called I Challenged Groot, the monster from Planet X, in which a tree-like beast crashes to Earth and attempts to kidnap the population of an entire city, hoping to take his prisoners back to his homeworld for nefarious experiments. Normally that wouldn't be a problem, but superheroes didn't exist in the Marvel Universe yet, so the village was officially boned. That's because Groot isn't any normal alien. He calls himself the Overlord of all the timber in the galaxy and gets stronger by absorbing wood. No, really. And not only can Groot talk, but he towers above the villagers like some kind of Woodzilla, destroying everything in his path. Groot brings the local forest to life and begins rounding up his human subjects. Until, of course, one lowly scientist discovers Groot's only weakness: termites. As the insects chomp away at Groot's wooden body, the creature withers and dies, leaving Earth safe for now. Hulk smashed. The next time the monster from Planet X appears is in The Incredible Hulk Annual Number 5, in which a recurring Marvel villain named Zemnu wants to challenge the not-so-jolly green giant. Now, to do so, he resurrects Groot and a handful of other old Marvel monsters. Really cool guys with names like Goom and the electrifying Blip, winners. After smashing his way through a 5th-dimensional demon named Diablo and a mud monster called Taboo, Groot's branches nearly choke the life out of the Hulk. During the fight, Groot plants his roots in the ground, making himself impervious to the Hulk's gamma-powered punches. Groot even whips out a wave of razor-sharp thorns which seem all set to finish the Hulk off for good. But all of these attacks make Hulk angry. And you know how that goes. Hulk blocks Groot's attacks with a stone, which he proceeds to use to beat Groot into a splintered stump. But that wouldn't be the end of Groot, not by a long shot. Breakout. Groot is a hard guy to keep down. Remember, he's grown back from a twig more than once. In the 2005 one-shot Monsters on the Prowl, readers learned that at some point in the past, the intergalactic super nerd known as the Collector rounded up all of Marvel's other classic monsters and locked them away in an underground prison. That's weird and vaguely sinister, but relatively safe. At least until Mole-Man busts the prison wide open, freeing Groot and the whole monster party. The army of monsters make their way from Canada to New York, where they start stomping everything in sight. Unfortunately for them, Marvel's good monsters, the Thing, the Hulk, Giant Man, and Beast, are on the scene. Most of the monsters are easy pickings for the experienced superheroes. But Groot puts up a bit more of a fight, using his roots to tangle up the Thing and Hulk. But ultimately, he's defeated by the team of heroes and locked away, although obviously not for good. Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Groot's road to redemption begins in 2005's Nick Fury's Howling Commandos miniseries, but not before the Arbor alien gets in a few more licks. Under the leadership of S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Clay Quartermain, the Howling Commandos are a band of monsters charged with hunting and capturing other monsters, and that includes Groot. Quatermain and his team find Groot hiding in a forest, but the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents plaster Groot with sonic weapons, eventually capturing the Titanic tree. Groot's prison term is short-lived. The evil wizard Merlin sends an army of goblins and other supernatural creatures to attack the Howling Commandos' base. Quatermain opens the prison doors, freeing Groot and the other prisoners, causing a stampede that turns the tide of the battle. While the other monsters flee, Groot stays behind and helps the team. Traveling on Groot's back, the Howling Commandos take the fight to Merlin's stronghold and put the wizard in his place, and give Groot the redemption that he desperately craves. We are Groot. Here's the big twist. The Groot who joined the Guardians of the Galaxy might not be the same one who terrorized Earth for 50 years, since apparently everyone on Planet X is named Groot. That theory is confirmed in Guardians of the Galaxy number 14, which explores Groot's origins. Before he left home, Groot lived peacefully on Planet X, where a group of squirrel-like maintenance mammals keep the forests in tip-top shape. One day, some young saplings decide to harass one of the small critters, and that's when the trouble starts. Another young Groot, presumably our Groot, intervenes, saving the little creature's life. As the maintenance mammals thank the heroic Groot for his interference, the other Groots attack again, and that's when good guy Groot tears them into pieces. As punishment, the ruling Groots exile him from Planet X. Depending on how you look at it, Groot is either a bully, a murderer, or both, so in a way, it doesn't matter if he's the same Groot who debuted back in 1960, he's damaged goods no matter what. Groot, destroyer of worlds. Technically, this isn't something terrible that Groot has done, it's something that he'll do in about 30 years. According to an elaborate virtual reality simulation, Rocket Raccoon number 9 flashes forward to about 2046, and we see that Groot has returned to his original colossal size and plows through New York. He also plows through his longtime sparring partner, the Hulk, who becomes a snack for the rampaging monster. As Iron Man explains, the Avengers tried to use Groot's regeneration powers to cure all diseases. But, as is often the case when it comes to comic book science, the process backfired, turning Groot into a giant, mindless beast. Tony Stark tracks Rocket down and tries to enlist his help, but Rocket is old and bitter and wants nothing to do with any of Earth's heroes. Meanwhile, the rampaging Groot tears S.H.I.E.L.D's helicarrier in half, sending Steve Rogers plummeting to his death. Iron Man soon follows, smushed under Groot's wooden fist. Rocket finally arrives, half drunk, and transforms his ship into a giant mech to fight Groot. But it's no match for Groot's raw strength. He tears both the robot and his furry friend to pieces. Still, it's not all in vain. Rocket's sacrifice snaps Groot back to his senses and transforms the monster into a giant, life-giving tree, while Rocket goes down in history as one of the world's most important heroes.
That's a really bad sign.
Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.